しなさい。オーケー。Let's go!
I'm up here.
Everybody sit down.
Greetings, girl.
I said sit down! Now, you know how I don't like to use the sit-down gun, but this morning we just don't have time for mucking about. Major Allied cities have come under attack.
Nazis?
Close your mouth. All right, let's get straight to the biscuits. At 0800 hours this morning, an American soldier was eaten by a Nazi dinosaur.
That's a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
No, Claire, that's a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Try thinking first before you open your mouth.
Hello, and welcome back to the channel, everyone. See a few people in the chat here already. How's everybody doing? What's up, Mark? What's up, K-pop? How you guys doing? We're here. First and foremost, I've got a male call. You know what I'm saying? Like a female call, but it's like from a male. Do you know what I mean? So, no, that's not it. That's part of it. Okay. A young Edwin the Ace of Buzz Acevedo sent me a sketch cover of his Drawing Aces comics group anthology. And then on this side is a Bloodbone ash can. You know what I'm saying? Like a book booty call. You know? Like I like here's the thing. I know he wants me to hit these. You know what I'm saying? No, Dale. The Rob stream for issue 5 was on Sunday. You had to be here on Sunday to get issue 5 review. But I am currently working on an edited, like, trimmed down cut that I will post as a VOD. Right? The stream's still up, but if you want to watch the, like, you know, the essence of what I do, that video will be up, like, probably Thursday, you know. But yeah, so I got these from Edwin. So that's pretty cool. You were there. I ignored your chats. Let's not. Let's not do this, Dale. Dale. Let's not do this. Let's not do this. So anyway, I'm gonna future sketch covers. I already read these. I actually, I really like the Bloodbone. And then I read the anthology, and here's my only problem with this as an anthology is that it doesn't give me enough, right, to hook me into any one story, right? Like that's the thing, right? Like, so I wish that, like, it's weird. Like, it's one of those things where I'm like, I wish there was more. You know what I mean? Hey, Moon Trustee, what's going on? But yeah, Bloodbone, Drawing Aces anthology sketch covers. There'll be Hot Bloodbone and Ace-based adventure coming soon. I also got a box from a young, spirited, and virile Shelby Robertson. This box contained. I'm gonna show you guys what this box contained. So I got the Ragetality Red Winter Classroom Edition. It's 22-page snowshoed adventure featuring Rage. And this is like, it's very hard to see in the package, but it's that like Deathblow homage cover. It's very hard to actually even see. You can see my reflection in it better than you can see on the thing. But anyway, trust me, bro. There's a Deathblow homage here. And then the Frank Miller homage. So I have all three of the Ragetality Red Winter editions. You know what I'm saying? Listen, fam. I'm out here on these streets keeping it real, fam. You know, like a zoop, shoopy doop, boopy doopy doopy doop. Right? Oh, also in here, here's see, I'm doing basically a mail, letters from the editor right now. This is the stuff I got in the mail this week, you know. Come out of here. You know. Who is your daddy and what does he do? I'm gonna throw this over here. So, then, suddenly, I got this Ragetality Red Winter Shelby Robertson sketch card that is like thicker than like 17 credit cards, like thicker than my wallet. And then also two of these promo, and it's essentially like that Deathblow style, Frank Miller style thing, you know, that Shelby's been hopping on. All right, and so yeah, so that's the start of the Shelby stuff. So he also sent me. I'm not sure how pleased Edwin will be with this. He also sent me another like, okay, there's going to be a stack of sketch covers and comics, and you're going to go with some of this stuff, and I don't blame you. I don't blame you. But got another Bloodbone Ashcan sketch cover. So I'm going to do another one of those. You know, there's going to be multiples, multi-pals. I'm going to set, I guess I'm going to put this pile here for now? Question mark? We'll move everything over. Okay, you're good. Okay. And then, so, I've never seen this before. This is a Fathom #1 convention exclusive. It is a convention exclusive limited edition variant. I looked it up online, and I could not even find it on eBay. Right? Like, it's like, yeah, it's like, what? And so, obviously, as a fan of Fathom and this sketch cover, I'm going to do some Fathom sketch covers. You know? Now, then, and only then, we've got ourselves a Rocco's Modern Life sketch covers. Hey, Scamps, what's going on? How you doing? So, little Rocco's Modern Life, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be, like, getting it done. Listen, this is TUESJAYS. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've claimed this day. You want to come for me? No. Fuck you. This day is Jay's Day. It's TUESJAYS on JTV. All right. So this one is, here's what's weird. Okay, there's Spider-Gwen, the Ghost Spider, but then this sketch cover is Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider. They're two different series. Listen, I'm colonizing everything. I'm gentrifying YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming in here. I'm cleaning things up. But anyway, these are two different Spider-Gwen sketch covers. One of them has that little paper over top of it, so it's harder to see the logo. But trust me, bro, they're both that. Then I got an Image Expo sketch cover. You know, Shelby putting some goodies in this box. You know what I'm saying? Image Expo sketch cover. You know, maybe there could be a union on this. You know what I'm saying? We could all join hands across the universe. You know what I'm saying? And then got a Tekken, the king of the Iron Fist, Scott Tong Menes. Tekken. Which is super cool. Yeah, like I'm stoked. You know, we could put like a Josie, you know, maybe a Nina, maybe an Anna. You know, who knows? Who knows what lady of the night we're gonna put on there? Hey Mo, what's going on? How you doing tonight? So, and then this is Cyberforce 6. Cyberforce 6, and it has on the back, like this is the back cover with the sketch cover, and the front cover is like a sketchy Mark Silvestri one. So the back of it has like the sketch thing. I'm not sure how great it's gonna be, right? Like it's probably a shiny stock. Would be my wager. So yeah, we got a Cyberforce sketch cover. You know, yeah. Since you just joined us, Mo, we're going through a box I got from Shelby. Got some comics and some sketch covers. I got a copy. Oh, here's the other thing. Where's it at? Whoop, whoop. In this box, there was the band version cover of The Little Mermaid. Because that castle looks like penises. Do you know what I'm saying? This is the band cover. I have illegal paraphernalia. You know what I mean? And it works. I put it in and played it in my VCR. It works. You know, it's all good. I was under the sea, just you and me, under the sea. You know? Damn. Listen. Star Wars Darth Vader. You know? Gonna do a Star Wars sketch cover. Who would have thunk it? And you know why? Because I'm gonna do 2 Star Wars sketch covers. You know what I mean? So, 2 Star Wars. We got Darth. We're gonna do a Princess Leia. And then on this one, we're gonna also... No. I don't know. Who knows? We'll figure it out when I get around to it. Yeah, there are always 2. And then, so, here's the one that I'm actually, like, weirdly the most stoked about. And that's this Dark Souls sketch cover. And I've never seen this one. I've seen the original series, like just Dark Souls, but then there's other Dark Souls series comics, like, and sketch covers that have different titles, you know. You know, and so maybe I'll do the somebody praising the sun. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty stoked about that. I'm actually really excited about a Dark Souls sketch cover, right? And then I got this cool Atomic Robo, the King of Fire sketch cover, you know? So that should be fun. You know, get some Jeff, like, you know, I'll probably draw Jeff. You know? Then an FF issue 1. Jonathan Hickman, Steve Epting, Paul Mounts. It's going to be a Sue Storm. Let's not even front here. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a Sue Storm. This is how I'm going to roll. And then possibly this is the... My name is Jeff. Yeah. Possibly one of the weirdest inclusions in here, except for the other one. You guys can judge which is the weirder inclusion. This ripped in half copy of Cable and X-Force, and it is literally ripped in half. I fixed it in the thing so that it set properly. The whole book was just ripped in half. We just got one spite send? I don't know. Anyway, I am gonna do something with it. It's split all the way around. I thought of something the second I seen it, so I'm gonna do something fun with it. And then we got a... What is it? Incredible Hulk And I've done a sketch cover for the Hulk before. It was auctioned off on the C3 auctions on K-Pop's channel. And then I did a thing on the back for them because they upped their bid. And it was cool. It actually was really well. Like, it came out well. It was all Copics and everything like that. It looked tight. Listen, that book got tore open, you know, like a virgin after prom. And so we got another indestructible Hulk. We got Incredible Hulk, Indestructible Hulk. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we'll have more Bruce Banner, possibly Bruce Jenner, after that. And then, in case you were not hulked out enough yet, Planet Hulk. You know, Planet Hulk. So yeah, pretty cool. I like the Hulk, you know, so I'm cool. I could draw a Hulk, hulking up, raging. And then this book, I feel like I've seen Shelby do one of these sketch covers, but like outside of him doing the sketch cover, I had no familiarity with this book at all. And that is 1968, Rule of War. And it's like a zombie book. So, zombie with a GI helmet on, some cards in it. I don't know. You know? And then, because I'm a man of the people, Catwoman. Hey, G1 Mech, what's going on? You changed your icon. What the hell's happening here? Alright. But I recognize you. You know what I'm saying? What up, G1? But yeah, so two Catwoman sketch covers. So, you know, I'll do what I do. Sexy Catwoman for you. Then Rocket Raccoon. You know, I can't remember the last time I drew a Rocket Raccoon. Your buddy made a pic of you in MS Paint and figured it was profile pic worthy. Yes. Yes, no, that's cool. That's cool, man. I dig that. And then we got the Unstoppable Wasp. We are sexual perverts right here. You know, so we can draw a fun little wasp flying around, you know. We can have Janet here. Miss Wasp, if you're nasty. And then this was also, okay, these last two are kind of cool. Tale of the Batman, Gotham by Gaslight. Sketch cover. Interesting. And so, yeah, I'm pretty stoked about that. No, all these these sketch covers I was showing is a box of sketch covers I got from Shelby. And so I'm just going through and showing off my mail for the week. Like, there's more interesting things in my mail, you know, and we're gonna go through it. So yeah, Gotham by Gaslight. I got a bunch of weird new sketch covers to do, and that's fun. And then this book, I had never heard of it before, but I looked it up, and the art was pretty cool in it. Like, at least the covers and stuff like that were pretty cool. And that's The Stalker. And it looked like a very, like, pulp, kind of, how would you describe it? Like a shadow kind of character, you know? Yeah, Scamps is male, you know? He likes The Stalker, you know? So yeah, we got that was the pile of sketch covers du jour that I got. And then also in this box, and I assume it's in this box because it has a Dave Finch cover. It is DC graphic novels, The Essential, for 2018. But it's got this cool David Finch cover, and then it's like got a bunch of like covers and, you know, stuff like that in it for the Essential trades and stuff like that. You know, it's kind of like a best of, like, what you should look out for, you know, 2018 graphic novels, where do I begin, you know, all that fun, you know. And then I've also got The Wizard Big Covers book. And that's right. This is all of the Wizard covers, right? Like, boom. Right here, we open to this beautiful, beautiful Wizard cover by a young Sam Keith, who is no longer with us, you know? And so this was pretty cool. You know, oh, look, I've opened to Youngblood 94. Same, you know, the new boss is the same as the old boss, you know. I'll probably go through this. Maybe after this we'll sit down and have a look at it. Then this isn't even competing for what I think is the strangest. Like, there's the ripped up sketch cover, and that's pretty weird. But then I also got the as in Arizona DUI team. Arrested for a DUI? Call 602 DUI team. I'm not joking. Shelby worked on a comic for a DUI law team. And somehow these lawyers are punishing these drunk drivers. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they are beating them within an inch of their lives and possibly taking them 6 feet past. You know? So yeah, so I get to read this DUI-based comic book, and I'm all about it. And here we go. Okay. Now, as a man who owns a copy of Harriet Tubman, Vampire Hunter, or Slayer, I now also own a copy of Gold Legacy Illustrated, the saga of Harriet Tubman, the Moses of her people. What waters did Harriet Tubman park? Is sitting at the front of a bus? No, that's Rosa Parks. Never mind. It's the Underground Railroad? Is that like parting water? You know? Anyway, so we've got ourselves a Golden Legacy Underground Railroad Harriet Tubman. You know, and I'm going to read this. I'm going to read it. I'm going to review it as harshly as I would Rob Liefeld. You know? I'm coming for you, Rob. You son of a bitch. Oh, my God. I'm telling you. Oh, and there was something else in that box. There was like a poster. There was like a Castlevania type poster. I don't know where that is right now. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. You guys can look at this. This is something I was working on. You can look at this thing I was working on, and I have to finish. I might finish it tonight, but here we go. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I mean, I could put it here, but I'm not gonna. Switch over. Okay. So, also included in my box of stuff was this really cool. It's like, you know, Castlevania. It's got Medusa up here. You know, it's got the vampire. It's got Frankenstein. It's got the Fishman. It's got the mummy. It's got Death over here. It's also signed, the signed right here by Shelby himself, and whoever Mud is. You know? I don't know, it says Shelby, and then it says Mud. I assume that Mud colored it? Maybe? Question mark? You know? So yeah, so I got a big box of stuff from Shelby. I got those sketch covers from Edwin. Now. Okay. Oh yeah, and I got this, you know, I got the wizard book, the all that stuff, you know. And then I got, see, some of this stuff I'm not sure if I can open and show on YouTube. And you're going to say to yourself, why is that, Jay? Okay. Oh. I'm gonna reach over here. I have the 4-volume series. For those of you who cannot read Japanese, this is Hitler's Son, volumes 1 to 4. Right? See, Hitler, his son. War. That's right. Hitler's Son, volumes 1 to 4. And the art in this is actually great. But the covers are wild. And these are like, there's a bunch of different covers. I really like these war covers. The other covers are like all like weirdly pinups. And so like of later volumes. Right? And then, you know, right here, just for sumo. Right? Like, you know, part of the Axis and the Allies. Right? So yeah, Sumo, you just got here. You missed me unboxing my box of stuff I got from Shelby. Sketch covers, you know, Rage Talities, War, Red Winter, you know. My copies of Hitler's Son, you know, right here. There's a, because I've seen a bunch of this and enough of this to know that there's a bunch of nudity and stuff in it. So it'll be weird. Like I could show some of it, and I might like just do a video where I edit and go through and show, because the art's really good in it. The movement and all that stuff is really good in it. But there's like a bunch of stuff that I'd be like, oh, I don't know if I should show this on YouTube. YouTube might act funny about it. And then I'm definitely going to do a video on these two books. This is Destroyer Hammer, Volume 1 and Volume 2. These two books were planned and directed by Masamune Shiro when he was like doing Neurohard and working like on Appleseed and Ghost in the Shell and stuff like that. But he didn't do it himself. It was Hajime Oki and Orca. They took his planning and scripting and made this. And you can tell by the mechs. The mechs are Shiro's designs, and there's a bunch of spider mechs and stuff in it. I'm probably going to do some cool stuff with this. I'm really impressed with these, because it's like this isn't even like, it's not even officially listed as a Shiro book, and like Hajime Oki was his assistant before he went on to do a ton of Gundam stuff, and so basically he basically did this with this Orca guy, who basically handled the scripting and all that, you know, dialogue and stuff after Shiro plotted it, right? And so these two books are, these two books, like if you look at them, they are 100% Shiro. And so it's just Oki and Orca basically taking a Shiro story and adapting it, you know, themselves, because, you know, Oki was his student, his protege type thing. And then the Bodyguard Tusk. You know, this is super awesome. It's like karate. It's like it's Karate Hell series, the Bodyguard. This series here is super awesome. Sonny Chiba made like a Bodyguard movie and stuff based off this, and it's all like just dudes kicking ass. I'll show a bit of this. Easy to take out. The other ones are kind of slipped and slide in there. But like this stuff has like a ton of like, you know, it's like, and it's also for like, it's big magazine size, but it's like there's all kinds of fighting and ass kicking, and it's and this, oh, by the way, this is from 1972. This is old. This is volume 6 from 1972. And what's crazy, and I can't show it fully, but I can sort of show it. And I'll show it down at the bottom because everything else is nudity. But it says porno in climax on the inside cover. It has like adult movie ads in this comic book in the 70s. Right? Like, you know, you were selling this to adults. But yeah, it has a ton of cool like fight scenes, and it goes into like the history of karate and this guy going to America to learn karate, which I thought was very bizarre. Like, he's just like, yeah, bro, I'm going to America to learn karate and coming back. So, yeah, this series is really awesome. And there's new Karate Hell, as well. Like, there was a series after this, like it's, Ken Nakajo, is the artist on this. And yeah, there's there's a lot of weird nudity there. No, there's more weird nudity. There's like a really interesting scene where he has to save a girl who's hovering over a bathtub, but they have like a wire tied to her, so if she touches the water, she gets electrocuted. I thought that was a neat like tension building kind of scene. Excuse me. I'm still dying. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, and there's like this really cool scene where there's just this giant guy, and he's like, I'm gonna whoop your ass. And he gets up and like they just go at it. But yeah, no, it's cool. The art's incredible. And like this is like 72. And there's lots of cool like really cool, like this, it's weird. This one guy jumps into a ring, and then the girlfriend jumps in front of him, and he does like a kick. And he like kicks behind the guy, and it like rips the girl's dress in half. Like this girl right here. And you're just like, bro, your karate is so crazy that you're ripping dresses in half? All right. And then I'm going to do I'm not showing much of this, but this is a beautiful book from 1986, I believe. The Art of Arion. It's by Animage. And it is one of the most beautiful animated movies and art books that I have seen. Like this art book, here's what's kind of cool about this art book. I'll show you a little. I'll give you a teaser. Give you a teaser for the video that I'm going to make on this book. And it's like, it's beautifully bound too. Like it's got this really nice, like almost like a watercolor paper, but it's a gloss feel to the work. And, but it has like all the matte paintings and like all the art and design stuff for the movie in the book, and it's really cool. Like I was just like, ooh. But like, what's the official? It also has this really funny English. There's only one spot that's full English, and it just has this very funny English kind of opening thing. But the art in this and the layouts and everything are beautiful. There's a lot of really cool design pieces and everything like that in it, and shows all like the framing, and they captured like all the paintings and everything as well. Where are we at here? Yeah, 1986 THMS. Yeah, beautiful. Yes, exactly, just like their feet sumo. So, you know, look forward to a deep dive into this book that I'm very, very pleased to have. I've been looking, I recently picked up a few books that I've been looking for a hot minute, and finally found them in the condition that I wanted them to be in. Because, like, that's the thing, right? Like, a lot of this stuff, like, from the 80s, as far as these art books and stuff go, you can find them, and they're beat to hell. They're just in the worst shape ever, and people still want, like, $150 for them, right? Like, for these, like, incredibly savaged, like, art books and mangas and stuff like that. And then, because I'm that guy, Yoshikazu Yashihiko. You know what I'm saying? Right here, another beautiful art book. And so this guy did work on Arion. He also did a crap ton of stuff like Joe and Gundam and Dirty Pair and like Crusher Joe. Sorry, my brain farted there. I did a ton of work on designs and stuff for Crusher Joe. If you're familiar with that anime, so Crusher Joe takes place in the same universe as Dirty Pair, and he also did a ton of work for Gundam, and yeah, like here we go. He's got a Moreau in the family. There'll be a video on this as well. Tons of like beautiful paintings and stuff like that. So yeah, they got some of that stuff to look forward to, and then because this is what is and has to be, we've got ourselves another Lupin the Third, Part 1 anime book. And again, these books do not disappoint. They are beautiful, they are well laid out. They have a ton. Domo Origato Misto Robato. Osabiwa Owarida, playtime's over. That kind of fun. And so yeah, like, just beautiful. And so you're gonna see a ton of content based on a lot of these art books and a lot of the other stuff that I got, and the usual streams, whatever. I'm behind in my gaming streams and whatnot. Got those things to do. But you know how it is. Just how it goes. Oh yeah. So what I think I'm gonna do. Probably we'll switch over here. And we'll have a quick look at this Wizard covers book. And then I might finish the thing I'm working on over here. Right? Like, I worked on it and laid in a bunch of stuff, and then I was like getting tired, and so I didn't want to do the detaily stuff. So I kind of just blacked out, did all the blacks. You know what I'm saying? Where are we at here? Boop. All right. So we're gonna even bring the mic over here, and then I got to bring you guys over here. You guys are making me do all this work, and I don't like it. I'm gonna be frank. I'm gonna be honest. So yeah, this is. You guys might have seen me working on this a few streams back, and so it's almost done. I still gotta do some detailing here. I laid all the stuff in. It's getting there, guys. It's getting there. Come on, calm down. It's only so many hours in the J. You know what I mean? I don't even know what that means. Let's turn this monitor on so I can see you people talking. You know what I'm saying? All right, we scroll over. All right. Listen, somehow there's been like this mega flu. And I got hit with it. I don't get sick very often, but the month of, what is this? April. The month of April, since we're in May now, for some reason was just like the weirdest bullshit that I've ever been through as far as sick goes. Oh, also, I've got another one of these. The Brass prequel. Right? Black and white. It's almost like an artist edition, but they sent these out to comic book stores for your pre-orders, and they had pre-order incentives and everything like that. And so I'll probably do a look at this as well, just to kind of go over, because a lot of people don't understand. Like, see, here's the thing. This is what happened with things like Batman. Right? Meet or beat your orders on Sojourn 17 and receive a free 25% overship. So if you ordered 100 copies, they sent you 25 extra copies for the same price, right? And that's how Absolute Batman continues to sell as well as it does, because there are not that many people buying that book. I will guarantee that right now. But yeah, like whenever I was managing a few comic shops, we got these a lot, these incentives. And I just don't think people understand the way the comic business works and the way they put so much of this on the retailer, right? They want you to order 100 copies, get the extra, and then if you can sell those copies, there's a lot of gravy on top, right? And so, yeah, those things are interesting, and they're also really cool to look at, right? Because they're basically like an artist edition. This is the pencils, you know, and they show like the full inks and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, we're gonna move this. I'll come back to this, you know, but yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of look at this Wizard big covers book. Oh, that's the other thing. God damn, I'm all over the place. Also in this box that I got from Shelby, there were these Prismacolors. They are ebony graphite, jet black. And I used them. Well, I didn't use them for much, but I did a quick little test sketch with these to try them out, you know. And so I was like, you know, hey, let's do a little quick head sketch, and you get, you know, because this is my hey, I'm bored. I'm sitting in the other room. I'm gonna sketch, you know, or I take it with me when I drive places. Sometimes I just sketch in this. Anyway, long story short, I sketched with the pencils that Shelby sent me, and they're pretty good. They're pretty smooth and they erase well, you know. But yeah, let's have a look at this big covers. You know, and I like the cover here. We've got little Adam Hughes, little Adam Kubert, you know, Bart Sears, George Perez, Glenn Fabry, Humberto Ramos. Man, it's a book about covers, and it's big. Damn, girl. It's a big book. Oh, yeah. You know? So, we're here. We're at the Ultimate Guide. We got an introduction by Joe Quesadilla. You know? Look at him. Look at him. Just look at him. Anyway, I don't care about Joe. Fuck Joe. We're gonna look here. We got that classic Todd McFarlane getting it done right here. Oh, actually, this is actually pretty neat. I do like that they have the penciler inker Todd McFarlane, colorist Mark H. McNabb. That's kind of cool. And then the Ghost Rider is done by Javier Salter, and Mark H. McNabb is also the color. Listen, let's not try to bring race into these covers. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. We got a tiny gay boy down here. I think his name is Logo. Well, if I turn on my other light, will this blow the shit out of this? It's not bad. All right. So, can I bring gay boy up here? Gay boy, Logo. You know? So, that's Eric Larson. That Wolverine is Eric Larson, and so is that Lobo. No wonder they're both trash. Goddamn. Like, there are people I hate, and then there's Eric Larson. And I'm just like, you motherfucker. Why you like this? You know? That's all I'm saying. Do-do-do-do. You know? Okay. So, we got Batman by Bart Sears. And this is a weird pose. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not impressed with this Bart Sears cover. You know, he looks like he's about to dance on Broadway or something. It's a very bizarre sketch cover. But it is what it is. See, some of these covers, do you know when you think back about, how cool comics were? And then you see this? And it's not cool. This isn't fun. This isn't funny. Do you know what I mean? This is this is lame. I'm not a fan of it. I don't care if it's the 5th issue to Wizard or not. You know? And then we got this Sam Keith Hulk. You know? It's a Gray Hulk version there. And then we got this Jusko. Whatchamackinky? What the hell's this dude's name? Is it Deathlock? Whatever his dumb name is. You know? Then we got some Flash. Oh, we got... See, you know you're scraping the bottom of the barrel, right? When you're getting out here and you're doing Exo Manowar Wizard covers, you know what time it is. You know it's like game over time. And we got a sweet Bishop here by Wilt's Pistachio. He's in here. He's loving everything that you're doing. He's a fan of it. I'm a fan. Did the chat completely die? Is everybody dead? What happened here? It's showing like nobody. I don't know. Somebody tell me that you're alive. You know what I mean? Tell me that you're also gay without telling me you're gay. You know? Yeah, it seems like it's working. You're in awe of Manowar. Okay, cool. No, it's just like the chat thing disappeared completely for me. And so I'm like, what's going on? Alright. So, you know, we got some Bishop, we got a Portachio interview. You know? Free poster inside. This to me is the classic cover that I think of when I think of Wizard. I don't know why, but when I think of Wizard, I think of this Venom cover. And I don't know why, but for some reason, this is what I think of. I do not think of this trash garbage that is Rob Liefeld and Youngblood Zero. Or Cable. You know, I don't think about any of it. But Whitman, where did Whitman tear off to? Do you know what I'm saying? Where? Just where? Like, and here's the thing, like, why is Bart Sears drawing as Whitman? What's that all about? You know, why didn't he stick with the Whitman? Why did he change? That's what I want to know. And then so this cover's pretty cool. I remember this one. You know. I do dig that. Little Jim Lee getting it done. I like that for Jim. Then we're getting into that painted era. You know, little Ghost Rider. Got some weird Hulk Juggernaut thing that looks like it's out of like a porno. It's like a weird erotic comic featuring the Juggernaut and Hulk. No thanks. We got a very weird... Oh, my things are bent. We got a very weird... Man. Did I get sent a bent copy? Damn. Why we like this? I mean, yes, some of the painted ones were dope. Right? But then you get this one here that just looks like nonsense. Some classic Jim Lee. Penciler inker Art T. Bear. Really? Interesting. Oh yeah, it is. Art T. Bear. Man, that's some Jim Lee cloning right there. We got this Wilt's Portachio. Wetworks. Look at him getting all wet. Yeah, it's not Jim. Yeah. We got this beautiful Sam Keith Dale Keown Jim Lee Rob Liefeld cover. He's got his telephone cord rips. We got some Death Blow back here. We got whatever that guy's name is. Bloodwolf. And then we got this Bart Sears as Whitman. Drawn some pinup She-Hulk. Oh. We got some Bloodshot there. Oh, we got the more Iron Man, Exo Man of War, Miracle Man, all the good stuff. Zephyr, Soul. That's right, that's Solar. The weird looking like nuclear flash. Yeah, right, like lol Blood Wolf indeed. And then we got another Spider-Man Venom Carnage. That's pretty cool. I'm a big fan. What's this? More Whitman. More Bart Sears as Whitman. That's pretty cool, though. I'm a big fan of it. That was the thing I first showed off in the preview. You know, we're getting there. We're previewing it up. Maximum coverage. What's happening here? Is this where Rob got this? This weird little like Rorschach test of an abdominal section? God damn it. Yeah, they were like I have for PlayStation 1, and it was on Saturn as well. Iron Man Exo Man of War, side-scrolling like video game for the PS1 and Saturn. Jay Lee. Oh, Jay Lee when he was like drawing all... Look at that. That looks like such a Peter Chang face. Yeah, that looks like right out of Aeon Flux. That's crazy. That is the craziest thing I've seen today. That is the most Aeon Flux anatomy you'll ever see. Holy shit. And then we got this. X-Villains. Is Deadpool really considered an X-Villain? Omega Red, Sabretooth, Apocalypse, Silver Samurai? You know? Interesting. Alright. Interesting. Bart Sears again. Little Ripclaw. What's up, dog? Oh, that's that stupid Die Hard. Void, though. Void from... And, oh, yeah. Exo Man of War. Damn. See, this is the thing, right? Like, so many of these covers were hot garbage. I'm not gonna lie. Noah, this is the Wizard Big Covers book. We are having a glance through this. This was in my box from a young Shelby Robertson. And so, you know, we're looking through it. We've got some Bane, you know, versus Azrael, Robin in there. Some interesting armored Batman, like, you know, fun stuff. We got some Death Blow here. Oh, look, there we go. Let's everybody, let's homage these. Have these been homaged yet? Has this shot been homaged? We didn't do that yet. We got this Wizard 26, Trick or Treat, Spider-Man, Hobgoblin, Green Goblin. That's cool. They did the alternate versions of them. Ooh, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Zealot. Man, I should be drawing more Zealot art. A little Mega Red there. Got some Simpsons. What? About 5 times just today. What? 300-page year-end spectacular. Spawn. Violator. We've got some Fantastic Four here, looking really wonky. See, this is the thing that's like hilarious to me. I'll get some Beavis and Butthead. Why those girls look so weird? Damn, did they bury those girls? Damn, the date went south and they buried those girls. Okay. Now we got Big Guy and Rusty. What the hell's that? Oh, it's little Frank Miller. Hellboy. What the hell's her name? I'm sure it's here. Martha Washington, that's who it is. Yeah, some fun stuff there. Oh, Crete. Crete's there, chilling. Some Lobo. The Demon. This weird Spawn. Batman situation. Oh, here we go. Some Jim Ballant, Catwoman. Very nice. Very nice. I like it. What's going on, Sumo? How you living? Oh, here we go. More Jim Balance. Drawn Storm. Jean Grey, Psylocke. Who's on the page split here? It's hard to even tell who that is. Polaris. There we go. I was like, I can't even tell who that is because of the way the page is split. Little Polaris all up in that biz. Oh, we got some Profit. Splat. You know? Meh. You know? God damn it. Who drew that? Who drew that? Penciler Rob Liefeld. Inker Danny Mickey. Alright, Danny. You're definitely doing some hard carrying. Some hard carrying. Yeah, it is weird how they kind of put stuff like that. Here's the thing, though. I would almost have been tempted with this book specifically is to have the pages be foldouts. Why would you do every page as a foldout so that you could have the whole cover without the split? Danny was born in the sweatshops. Goddamn. Look at this. Look at this heterosensual Hulk. Ash and Kid Death. Goddamn. Kid Death. You know, and people say, I think people think far too fondly about the 90s. Because, good God. Like, look at this. Is that supposed to be Puck? Is that supposed to be his version of Ram Man? Fucking Die Hard. I hate these guys. I hate them. Oh, that's pretty dope. Yeah, it's Kubert. Of course it is. Kubert Bros. What was awesome, Noah, is I looked at, last night, Dave Finch pulled out issue 77 of Wolverine. And it was Joe Kubert on pencils. And I was looking at that issue and some of the issues following, and they're fucking amazing. Like, I was like, whoa. I was like, there's some cool, like, layouts and, like, action happening in them. I actually might pull them up. Like, it was ridiculously good. Like, because he was like, oh, this is my beat copy that I look at all the time. And I was like, damn. Little Spawn, little Angela here. Greg Capullo. Oh, we got more Spawn, Trick or Treat. Number 40, little Neil Gaiman. On Sandman, Angela and his new heroes. Damn, Sandman, Neil Gaiman. This didn't age well. And we got some Sin City's Dwight. A nice little black bam boom in that one. Yeah, exactly. No one knows what I'm talking about. Little Gambit Noose. Look at this Chad. Look at this hero. Boom. I like how the comment for this here, look at this. The comment is painter Mark Sasso, tightest shirt ever. You know? He's toit. He's toit. He's like, what up, dog? Alright, I'm gonna put this up here so that light's not blinding you and me. Oh, that's a cool shot, Doom. That's some Alex Ross, like, immediately. You can just look at it and know who this is. That's cool. Got some Ripclaw, some... What the hell are those guys called? Warblade and... what Daemonites. That's what they're called. Daemonites, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's what they're called. There we go. Man, I drew this like 100 times, I think. I drew this a bunch. I probably still have me like drawing this picture in a box somewhere. Right? Like, see this? Look at these long ass legs. Damn. And then we got Grunge over here. You know, chilling. Oh yeah, Lynch and Burnout. Oh yeah. Psyblade. yeah, listen, some cool characters, you know, but not that cool. You know what I mean? This, what the hell? What the hell? Holy. That's not a good cover. Wow. Yikes. Whoever Flare is. Man. That is not a good Captain America cover. Wow. Unfortunate. I don't know if that Superman cover's alright. Long hair soups. With some Judge Dredd. Yep. Damn. Touch grass. Get outside, you know what I mean? There we go, some Joe Mad. That's what I'm talking about. Joe Mad, Cyclops, Wolverine, Sabretooth, got Juggernaut. Oh yeah. No, more Spider-Man. More Magneto. We're getting to the digital painting. Look at that. Look at that nonsense. Oh, we got Pitt and Timmy trick-or-treating. Oh, damn. I like that X-Files. Painter Miriam Kim. Alright. Oh, we got some Lobo. Who's this? John Ramada Jr. Ew. Oh, this is Bart Sears. I was like, this is John Ramada, but it's for the Spider-Man. I was like, this is hideous for John Ramada Jr. Get out of here. But I'm relieved to know. I'm relieved to know that this is Bart Sears and not John Ramada Jr. Jim Lee doing some Fantastic Four. That's pretty dope. You know, Jim Lee. Some backlash there. That's cool. Oh, look at this. We got some Crow. The Crow sequel exclusive set visit. Nah, they never should have made another Crow movie. They should have stopped. Yep, good old John Ramada. Darkwing Duck? No, that's Darkclaw. Star of Marvel and DC's jointly produced amalgam line. Goddamn. Oh, we got some Tooch. A little Q&A with the Tooch. This Wolverine by Bart Sears. I kind of hate Bart Sears, I'm not going to lie. I'm just not a fan. Little Alex Ross. Look at this trash. Oh my god. Look at this. Look at this fucking... I'm telling you, I've never been more soured on a creator in my entire life. I'm telling you. Look at this. Little Billy Tucci, the Tooch. That's she. I don't know, like, look at that. Like, I wouldn't pay any money for that. Look at this, though. Madureira Gambit and Cyclops. That's what I'm talking about. This? Trash. What do we got here? Oh! There we go. Yeah, see, more Bart Sears. No. Little Ghost in the Shell, Masamune Shiro cover. Let's fucking go. See? Yeah, that's why. See, that's why. Some people know what's up. You know what I mean? That's why I keep them around. You know? Then we slide over here at Bart Sears drawing as Whitman again. Is it because everybody hates your stuff that you had to go by a pen name? God damn. Little Campbell and Townsend here on the Spawn. Spider-Man. Little Smooch and Superman here. Stuart Immonen. Meh. I'm not a Stuart Immonen guy. Little Michael Turner, Mark Silvestri here. I've also kind of started to dislike Michael Turner as I've gotten older. I'm just kind of like, oh, you just really kind of like went places. Maybe you would have course corrected. But, yeah. Lisner. He's, everything of his looks like him too. Like, whenever he's doing like a Red Sonja or whatever. I just don't. All this stuff looks like ugly. right? Like, it's like a lot of people get like all like, oh man, like I really love like whatever. What's the other guys like Jim Mafood and what's the other guy who scribbles? You know, just not a fan. Just not a fan of people with the like the scribbly style. You know. Hey, what's going on, A1? We got, what's this? Kevin Lau, Tom Grummett. Oh, those are okay. Like, I'm not, my mind's not blown. Like, you know, we got some sick Campbell, Gen 13 here. I mean, he kind of phoned in that grunge, I'm not gonna lie. Like, Caitlin Fairchild looks great, but the grunge looks kind of funky. For some reason. Weird. Little Jim Lee. That's pretty cool. Like, this just like, I don't know. This looks, this Carrie Nord cover looks like hot garbage to me. Like hot garbage. It looks like he like just traced a photo of somebody crouching. Like the lighting on it's bad. The separation's bad. Hey, there we go. Some Nate Summers. Let's go, X-Man. What's weird is I was super into X-Man. I was picking up all the issues. I still have all my X-Man issues. Like, that's how I'm rolling. You know? Yeah, we got Superman Blue. Wizardo. Yeah, some of them are oh yeah. Some of these things are terrible. Like Ty Templeton. I'm also not a Ty Templeton guy. I'm not a Powers guy. I'm not a any of that. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. He's a Summers. I've been like I'm an Andy Kubert guy though. When he was I picked up Kazar because he was doing it. Right? Like stuff like that. Like yeah, super good. Little Green Lantern, little Daryl Banks. I mean, you know, it's Kyle. You know, get your girl stuffed in the fridge, dog. You know, the Hulk looks good. More Kubert. Little Joe Quesadilla here. Palmiotti. Not a fan. I'm just not. I can't help it. There are people whose work like that gets me excited about working, and then there are these guys. You know, it is what it is. Little Glenn Fabry. I actually like Glenn Fabry stuff. You know, look at this. Maggot. Oh, I love Maggot. So good. Yeah. Yeah. Joe Mad. Good stuff. Good stuff. Mike Waringo. Man, what a shame. I love Mike Waringo stuff. The Poop Factory under Preacher's Town is my favorite episode. Nice. Little Wolverine here. We got Carlos Pacheco. Then we got ourselves some the majesty that is Frank Miller. You know? I mean, people say his stuff is bad now. You know? It was bad then too. Little Alan Davis. Right here. Look at that. Alan Davis getting it done. That man can do no wrong. Oh, we got a Sweet Lady Death. You know, more Alex Ross. I'd be curious as to what his like cover rate was. Right? Like he was pumping out like covers for Wizard and all this other stuff. Bat. Mark Silvestri. I see. Yeah, like George Perez. Okay, here's my hot take. I'm not a big fan of George Perez. Right? Like if you want like 100 people standing in a room that look exactly the same with different suits on, George Perez is your guy. Right? Like but like if you want like really cool dynamic looking characters and stuff like that, I'm not a George Perez guy. Like I'm just not. He's got some biz Batman. You know? Meh. Whatever. I don't know, like, certain people have their moments, and I know, like, everybody's, like, super in love Fuck out of here. You get the fuck out of here. Oh, God. I'm glad I could do that for you. I like that cover. I like Chris Baccello, however you want to pronounce it. I'm grabbing this drink. Hold on. I'm going to hold this over it. Oh, you're salty about Perez. I'm sorry. I don't know. He just never, like, he's just one of those dudes that, like, here's my thing. Like, he was a competent houseman, right? Like, he was a company man. He was a competent house artist. He was not like somebody that any people are going to look back on and take his stuff, right? Like, people aren't going to go back and be like, oh man, I really love how dynamic his page layouts were. I really love that. He was competent. He could get his work done. Like, sure. Yes, Ascension. Man, talk about wasted potential. Ascension. All right. Good old Dave Finch, though. This here's what drove me crazy about a lot of Image, Top Cow, and stuff like that. It's like, if you want to render this bro, you want to render the hell out of him, all this heavy black on her, get the fuck out of here with that. It's not even, like, just get out of here. Yes, competent. He's a competent house artist. There's a lot of them, right? But, like, seriously, tell me, is there a splash or some, like, really exciting Perez shot? Right? Like, no, seriously, like, you tell me what it is, I'll go look at it. Like tell me a very specific Perez run. Like, are you saying Teen Titans? Are you saying that I need to go and look at Perez's Teen Titans and I'm going to be blown away? Right? Because I will review it. You know what I'm saying? I will go hard in the paint on some Perez Teen Titans. You know, that I've been told is so incredible. John Romita Jr. As Thor. Like, you know, John Romita. I'm a big Francis Laniel Yu. You know? Big Yu fan. He's great. More George Perez. Look at how competent these three characters are. They sure just do look like the characters they're supposed to be. Pretty competent. What's this over here? Oh, look. Ladron. He has drawn Cable in a way that doesn't look like Cable. You know? We got some Iron Man here by Mr. Sean Chen. You know? Howard Porter, you know, with some very ugly faces on his characters. Get out of here. You can't draw a woman's face. Get out of here. You know, we got some Adam Hughes. You know, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Alex Ross. You know, got a little Michael Turner. Fathom penciler. Always made his women's hips a little too narrow for my liking. You know. Anyway. Just as I've gotten older and I've kind of like started looking at Turner's stuff and how like inconsistent it was in his prime, and then when he went on to do like the All-Star like Superman and all that kind of stuff, I was just kind of like, I'm kind of over you, bro. Kind of over whatever it is you're doing. Little Tim Sale, little Rick Burchett, little Kevin McGuire. You know, I like Soups blowing out Wolverine's match with the. He could smoke then. I think Kevin Maguire stuff is fun. What do you think of Maguire? Don't tell me. No, like, you know what I mean? Like, he's got good character expressions here and stuff like that. But, like, I can't think of a Kevin Maguire series that I can remember as him being the artist on. If that tells you anything. You know? Some quesadilla, some palmiotti, little Joe, queso, little Mike Waringo Hulk there. I'm gonna be honest, that's not my favorite thing of his, and I'm actually a big Waringo fan. That's kind of a weird one, bro. More quesadilla, some Mark Texiera, little Angel Medina Kiss cover here. Colorist Brian Haberlin, interesting. Yeah, the text, I don't know. Like, I'm not even a big text guy. That's the thing. I just hate everybody. You know what Jim Calfio, you know, we've got more Joe Mad. Like, I don't think you can go wrong with Joe Mad, but that's another story. You know, little Calabrito and Galley. You know? God. Got more Alex Ross here. Some Jim Lee. Batman, you know? More Francis Laniel Yu. See? Look. Once you start looking at his stuff, he just draws everybody with these weird balloon lips, and then everybody's hips are, like, super narrow. Like, the girls aren't shapy. See how long the torso to the ribs is? Anyway. Little Travis Chair, so I don't even have to look to go, who's that? If only Joe Mad had more than 12 good issues. The problem... Okay. I'm going to agree with you. But his run on Uncanny X-Men was excellent. His run, like the work that he did on Ultimates was excellent. Obviously, Battle Chasers was great. He did all the design and a ton of work on... what the hell's it called? Those games. Oh my god. Hold on. I own them. Where are you at? Darksiders. Jesus Christ. So, young Joe Mad designed all these characters. Like, these guys, like Death and War and all that stuff. Like, these Darksiders, the Deathfinitive edition, the War Mastered edition. Like, Joe Mad designed all these characters. And as soon as you get into the world and start running around and seeing the characters and stuff, oh man, it's like you're playing a Joe Mad comic book. It's good shit. Good shit. Darksiders. 1, 2, and 3. Genesis. Good stuff. Yeah. And then he also has... Hold on. He also has... You do get more Joe Mad art in Battle Chasers Night War. Damn it. Why you like this? Why you like this, Dale? Battle Chasers Night War has more Joe Mad art and more Battle Chasers story. That's all I'm saying. So that's the company that Joe is, I don't know if he's part owner of or whatever, but Airship Syndicate is his thing. And they even put some, they have a new game out. It's like a extraction kind of action game that's like online multiplayer, whatever. And they put some Battle Chasers characters in it, which was cool. But yeah, you know, Wolverine, Nightcrawler, Kitty Pryde, Colossus. That's the good shit right here. It's the good shit. We've got more. See, Lesnar, his stuff all looks just like, you know who you're talking. Look, penciler Kevin Maguire. Superman, Spider-Man. He's reading The Wizard with Buffy in it when she was like, you know, Buffy. Gene Ha. Little Mark Silvestri here. Joe Mad here with his Batman and Superman. Wonder Woman. Comics are hot. Hollywood hits you cannot miss. Blade 2. Electric Boogaloo. You know? More Adam Hughes here. You know? It's weird, like, it's one of those things like, hey Glenn, what's going on? It's one of those things when your art is so recognizable, but it's also weird that, like, he does a lot of same face. Like, he just uses I don't know if he's just so used to drawing from certain models, like, or reference people or whatever, but a lot of his stuff just looks the same. Like, I almost prefer some of his, like, when he does, like, the sketch stuff over his finished pieces, because they have a stiffness to them that, like, his sketch stuff doesn't. There's, like, a looseness that I'm a fan of. Art courtesy of Paramount Pictures. Little Alex Ross. I like that. And then we got some more colorist liquid graphics. Little Brandon Peterson. I like Brandon Peterson. I really liked his Chimera book at CrossGen. I actually really liked that. Oh, we got Sting. His whole gimmick was stealing the crow. You know? Then we got some J. Scott Campbell, little Supergirl, not Supergirl, Spider-Girl and Batgirl. McGinnis. I don't even have to look at Ed McGinnis. Yes. I actually am a big fan of Ed McGinnis. Do you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm a big Ed McGinnis fan. You know, we got some Joe Jusko painting that looks like it's just a photo bashed like thing. But he did the sketches, I'll give it to him. I'll let him slide. More Alex Ross. Adam Warren, immediately. I know who that is without looking. Is this that Maguire guy that you like so much, Sumo? Yeah, Kevin Maguire. Right here. He draws, like, guys. You know? I really liked Ed McGinnis on, what's that book called? It's a Wildstorm book. And the guy has the superhero guy, the Superman-esque guy, was the white and red outfit. Oh my god, what the hell's his name? Oh man, it's killing me. You know? Not Backlash. No. He's got a white and red outfit. He looks like Superman. And it's a Wildstorm homage, whatever. And I think oh my god. No, it's not Grifter. I know, but it's one of those. No, it's not Union. Oh my god, what the hell is that book? Hold on. I'd have to look at Ed McGinnis stuff. I'll do it later. We're almost done. I'll pull it up. But yeah, we got more Alex Ross. You know, we got some Barber, some Palmiotti. Meh. Alex Ross good though. Alex Ross always solid. You know. We plot the 5-month course of Wizard cover from pipe dream to publication. You know? There's the whole process. Just that simple. You know. He did all his sketches. I like how his initial sketches are just straight on, and then he actually goes like, okay, we got to kind of make Wolverine look a little less small, so shoot him, you know, do an upshot. That's funny. That's funny. But yeah, that's this book. We've set a bunch of people on fire. You know, they're very, very upset that I just don't care about a lot of artists. You know, Glenn, since you're just getting here, you'll be excited to know that I am now the proud owner of Golden Legacy Illustrated History Magazine, the saga of Harriet Tubman, the Moses of her people. You know? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I've upset single-digit numbers of people in the chat today. You know? And that's it. That's what I did. Thanks. You know? So listen, some people have grails in their collection, like and you know, I'm doing some spec on this book. This is like, you know, first appearance. This is like a key. This is a Harriet Tubman key issue. And you know, I'm gonna go all the way with it, I think. You know, I think it's possibly the best key issue of Harriet Tubman's run that I could possibly have. You know? That's it. That's all. I'm just saying. You know? What can I tell you? What can I tell you that you don't already know about this? Listen, I'm going to laminate all these. Let's have a look at it. I don't even think I looked at the art of this Harriet Tubman. 25 cents. 1967 Fitzgerald pub. You know? Let's get this wizard crap book out of here. This Kevin Maguire clown that I'm supposed to care about. Oh, look at it. Oh, to our readers. The subject of our magazine, Golden Legacy, is Black history and is written so young people can easily understand and develop interest for further study of Black history. Golden Legacy is not a comic magazine, but it's a new approach to the study of history. The intention of our publication is to implant pride and self-esteem in Black youth while dispelling myths in others. We believe this can be accomplished through our visual presentation of worldwide achievements in an effortless and enjoyable manner with a magazine which can only be widely distributed. Do you know what I'm saying? This issue contains endorsements from representatives of the NYC Board of Education, the NAACP National Urban League, the Association for the Study of Negro Life and History, and Dr. Benjamin Quarles, eminent historian and professor of history at Morgan State College. We hope you will read and enjoy and benefit from our endeavor. Thank you, the publisher. You know? And so, bam. Here we are. The story of Harriet Tubman, the Moses of her. What water did this woman spread? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing here? One of the great women in history, born in slavery, she led over 300 black men and women to freedom. Served as a nurse and an agent for the Union armies during the Civil War. Harriet Tubman was born a slave in Maryland. About 1823, her mother lived in constant fear because some of the other children had already been taken from her and sold. You know? I mean, I'm not going to lie, the art's not terrible in it. I've seen worse art in that wizard book. You know? And there's more backgrounds in this than a Rob Liefeld comic. Right? There's a person on a bed. There's a person in a field. There's a person lifting some boxes. There's already more establishing shots here than there. It looks as a map, for Christ's sake. Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Maryland, Baltimore, the Delaware. Bound for freedom. Wherever there's trouble. Harriet Tubman's there. Free at last. I'm free at last. You know? I mean, that's what they say. That's what I've been told. That I have to, like, acknowledge them as people. You know? That's it. You know? Oh, there's just evil Whitey. Damn. Why is Whitey so evil? Among the many friends and supporters of Harriet's work, Oliver Johnson, William L. Garrison, Thomas Garrett, Susan Anthony. I'm not going to go through this whole book. I'm going to flip through it. But you know how it is. Also, hey Oz, what's going on? But yeah, see, now, you guys can all thank a young Shelby Robertson for this. He sent me this beautiful copy of the Golden Legacy Illustrated History Magazine, The Saga of Harriet Tubman, The Moses of Her People, Volume 2. It's 25 cents. Fitzgerald publication, 1967. I own this. Be jealous. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? What is going on, KSS? How you doing? Listen. I don't make this stuff up. This Harriet Tubman book is why I'm here today. Not really, but you know, it is how it be do. Just how it goes sometimes. So yeah, you know. Oh, KSS. Now that you're here, and speaking of Harriet Tubman, I can pull out my I can pull out my copies, volume 1 to 4 of Hitler's Son, post this Harriet Tubman. Oh, the irony. Oh, the irony. That's right. That's Hitler. That's his son. This whole book is like this. They cloned this. They cloned Hitler, and this guy runs around doing all this fighting, and you know, it's the good stuff. So I've got these 4 volumes. They are the comic collection, and that's not what you think it is. That's a cobra. That's a cobra. No, he didn't. Yes, he did. He technically did have a bunch of kids, but they don't really talk about it very much. But yeah, we'll pop. Yeah, this is the 4th one. This is the 2nd one. This is the 3rd one. I'm gonna pop this open. I'll show you a bit of the art in it. The art is actually very good. But yeah, I'll have to kind of pre-screen some of it. Just because I know there's alternate. They made newer versions of these. Like these are the kind of like the OG versions, and they made newer versions of them, and they all have these like really interesting like adult girl covers. It's like basically like these weird like what would you call it, like pinups, right? That's like these really interesting like pinup covers, and it's like, what the hell's going on? And then you're just like, oh, because there's like a lot of debauchery in this. But yeah, these are from the 80s, by the way. But yeah, like the art is incredible. This is one of the reasons why I was wanting to pick it up, because it's like the actual art in this is like great. Like look at it. Like he's there on a U-boat. He just pulls out this like Gatling gun. He's just ready to go, right? Yeah. But like I said, for some reason, there's like all these like very sexy, like almost like it's almost like if Hitler's son. I just put the pieces together. It's almost like if Hitler's son was James Bond. I guess that's the best way to describe it. Yeah, it is one of the reasons. Curiosity was the other reason, and the art. Like the art is incredible in it. Like you can't even like for a second be like, this art's kind of meh. Like, but like it's just like super good. And but there's all these like very like hot ladies. You know, I'm trying to be very careful because I know there's like insane nudity and stuff in them. But yeah, like they're really good. Like the art and stuff is really good in them. I'm just gonna kind of flip through. Right, like he's just dives off. Like he does the fugitive jump off this cliff and into the water, and they're chasing him. Right, like the art is incredible. Like somebody show me a CG or indie comic in this space that has art that good. I'll wait. I'll fucking wait. I'll wait. And this is from the 80s. Like, what year is this? I can't remember if it was 86 or 87. Maybe it's at the end. But yeah, whoa, no, there's nudity there. Whoa, more boobs. Oh, more boobs. No, boobs are still out. Damn girl. Put a top on. Yeah, the art's great though. He's assassinating someone. I'm trying to find the. Oh no, she's totally naked. I'll put my thumb over that. 1980. Kobori and Kano, 1980, is when this came out. Think about that. Think about how good this art is in this like Hitler's son action adventure book, and then everybody else is like running around, unable to get even close to touching what's happening in this book. You know what I mean? Decades have gone by. This guy's got a hook for a hand, and what have you done today? Nothing. He was a painter and loved dogs, Snark. You know what I mean? Just how it is. Excuse me. I'm dying. Don't worry about it. But yeah. I picked up some cool stuff. I got some other cool stuff too. I'm gonna put these over here. The Forbidden City on Blu-ray. This is excellent. I watched this like maybe a week or two ago. It was excellent. I haven't had a chance to watch this yet, but it looks amazing. Takashi Miike, Blazing Fists. Looks very good. Then, I should pull this out too. Because I talked about it a few times, but never really showed it off. And KSS, we kind of mentioned this one of the last times we were talking about James Bond. Now, this is from the 60s. In Japan, they did adaptations. This is from, I think, from 64 to 67. They did adaptations of these James Bond movies. And now, this is the artist that went on to do Galgo 13. You know, Duke to Go, the whole bit. And so, this is really cool. This whole, you know, James Bond comic. And they go hard in the paint. Like, look at these fight scenes. Like, he's fighting this dude. He, like, uppercuts this dude while he swings around and grabs this other guy by the neck. And then he swings around and puts him in a headlock and then punches him. Like, I was like, there's better action in this comic from the 60s than most comics today. Like, it's crazy. Listen, it all makes sense. It all makes sense. Right? Like, this is how you die. Right? Like, I'm super impressed with this stuff. Like, very, very good. Yeah, Bad Rock, eat your heart. Like, look at this. Look at these guys running. There's a car, there's mountains, there's a background. They're getting shot at by helicopters. You know, like, look these car chases. The guy, like, in the convertible up over the top shooting at them. Like, yeah, so good. Right? Like, look, oh, they're on a train, and the guy's on the roof of the train. There's establishing shots everywhere. There's motion, people fighting on a train. Well, they zoom out to the two guys on top of the train. This is that good shit. You know what I'm saying? Here's the other thing I like. Every time, okay, some people hate this, but every time that he uses a texture, he just puts it over top of them. Right? Like, it doesn't go with the shape of the body. He just puts like a pinstripe on them or whatever. And it just stays no matter which way they're going. But yeah, like all these shots, look at that guy. You know, look at these fights. Like, he just punches this guy in the face, throws the other guy down, drops him, runs the other guy, the black guy, throws him into the wall. Oh, he just like back body drops a guy, tosses him into the water. There's a shark. He looks and there's a shark, and then the shark gets him. They're like, you know what I'm saying? This is like, yes, Rob, take notes. Why is somebody in the 60s have a better sense of progression and storytelling and movement than a guy who started like in the like what, late 80s, early 90s in comics? Why? What's Noah saying? Jay, this comic book looks awful. You're lying to yourself. No, you're dreaming. You're dreaming, son. Look at this. Look at this. Look at them walking. Look at them walking through this French Riviera. You know, look at all these dudes. Look at them on the beach. Look at this kid. Look at this. Look at these guys. Look at this. You're killing me. You're killing me, Noah. Look at this Kalima. Look at this guy. He comes out and he's like, oh, Kalima, hey, ah, oh. You know? Look, he's got the sword. Look, there's the maiden. She's getting ready to get her heart, tear his heart out. You know? Get out of here. Look at them. Look at all these backgrounds. Look at them fighting. Look at them. Bond. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the animeist motherfucker. Looking at Bond, and Bond's like, God damn it. Don't you know? I'm James Bond. God damn it, Penny. Miss Moneypenny, let me come for you. God damn it, Miss Moneypenny, you're ravishing today. I'm James Bond. Don't you know? Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. And you're trying to tell me that Sean Connery, that James Bond. God damn it, man, I'm shaken but not stirred. I'd like that over easy but with some ice. Baby. You know? Look at it. Look at these explosions. Have you drawn an explosion like that, Noah? He's carrying the woman over his shoulder. He's got a hand right ready to give that firm ass a clapping. You know what I'm saying? James Bond is ready. He is ready. See? Look. Boom. She's there. She's in the bed. Look at this. Look, they're on a plane, Noah, and we can see all the seats and people sitting in the seats in the plane. This is crazy. They've gotten off at the airport. Look at it. Look at this. Look at it. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Jay, this is the Live and Let Lie adaptation of the book from the 60s before Roger Moore played Bond. Yes. Yeah. They did these books from 64 to 67. And you can tell 100% that this guy went on to make Golgo 13. And they didn't keep going with these books, is what kind of bums me out. They're really good. There's really good action and movement. You know, backgrounds and pacing. It's crazy. God damn it, man. Look at them. They're at a dock. They're driving away in a boat. Look at them. Look at them swimming. They're scuba diving. They're under the water. They're under the sea. Just you and me. Under the sea. You know? Look at this. Look at this. The sharks, the impending danger, the eyes, Noah. Look at it. Look at there's no language there. They're fighting sharks, Noah. This is the universal language of shark combat. You do not need to know Japanese to understand the ancient art of shark combat. This is what we're here for, Noah. You know? Look at it. God damn. And you're saying to yourself, I need to know what he's saying. You know what he's saying? Saying I'm goddamn James Bond. You know what I mean? He's like, oh, you swam here, will you? God damn. Yeah, it's so good. So good. They're going, look at the fights. Getting tackled, he's kicking them. He's flipping them. Oh. And black guy's down for the count. He's got that lady. They're all tied up on the docks. How will they ever get out of here? You know? We'll never know. You know? Oh. Got some other cool. Okay. Where my video game homies at? Little Virtua Fighter. Now this is from 1994. Do you know what I'm saying? Little Virtua Fighter. Look, it's even got an Obi strip. We're living. Now, the art in this is actually crazy. Look at this. Yu Suzuki. Creator of Virtua Fighter and Shenmue, Space Harrier, Outrun. Look at him. That guy's done more today than you will ever do. Virtua Fighter. A lot of the art in this is also ridiculously good. Look at that guy. Look at that guy. Look at it. There's some like really incredible shots in here. Look at the Kowloon City, you know. Where's the shot that I was looking at earlier? And like, yeah, the fights and stuff are pretty cool. Like, you know, she's doing all her moves and stuff like that. Yeah, oh yeah, Virtua Fighter's great. There's a whole bunch of these Virtua Fighter mangas where they kind of focus in on individual characters, and like you kind of see them go through all their fights. There's a really cool fight between Pai and her father, Lao, and it's just like super good. But like, yeah, this stuff's awesome, right? There's Doral. You know, they did some cool stuff there. The cherry blossom painting and stuff. But yeah, like, I want to find it. Look at this. Look at these bike thugs, these hooligans. You know? Oh yeah, like, there's some great stuff. Her dressed up as the wrestler here. You know, just kicking ass. I want to find, there's this really awesome, there's Doral. There's this really awesome shot of Lao. There's Lao. He looks so badass running around with this tiger. And it's like, what the hell? Yeah, it's good. You know, all the wrestling and fighting matches and stuff. There's Kage Maru, the ninja. You know, Sarah and Jackie. Everybody's in this. There we go. Look at this. Look at Lau. This motherfucker. He's just chilling. Cold lamping. Kagemaru running around. Like, look at that. Look at that face. That mustache. Look at that majesty. So good. And they, like, yeah, they're doing all this crazy stuff. Like, look, Kagemaru there, ninjaing it up. Look at all these thugs. God damn, so good. Why you like this? Why you like this, Noah? More Doral copying their moves. And then I have a bunch more of this stuff. It's so good, though. Look at it. Look at the art. God damn. Like, crazy. Crazy good. But, you know, whatever. Whatever, fam. You know? That's all I'm going to say. I will show this. Because I have more Virtua Fighter. You know? This. I was very surprised by this being American comic trade size. Only available in Japan. And this is Tetsuya Terada. He's done some Monkey King books, stuff like that, for Dark Horse. Some of his work has been published over here in English. His Monkey King stuff and whatnot. This is really cool. A, it's colored. B, it's kind of like an anthology in a weird way, where it's called 10 Stories. No. No, I haven't. No, KSS, it's not too personal. I have not lived in Japan. But the problem is that my love of games is equal to and or on par with my love of comics. And when the two meet and they don't come out here in proper English, I make sure that I get a hold of them, right? And so we have this beautiful prologue. And he has a really interesting style because I find Terada's style a lot closer to America, right? Like as far as like American comics and stuff like that. Jay, is your girlfriend Asian? No. No, she is as white as the driven snow. But yeah, there's this really cool, like just the look of it, right? Like it's still like, look at the detail, like look at that face, that Akira face of him like moving, like the movement in it is like super impressive. And so like, yeah, this book is basically all the characters kind of getting their own little short story. And like, yeah, it's kind of like, and Doral is like the boss of Virtua Fighter, and she basically, the weird story is like, Doral is the mother of Kagemaru, but she's somehow been turned into this like fighting android that like copies and learns all these other fighters' moves and stuff. And so Wolf Hawkfield, Canadian wrestler, Wolf Hawkfield. You know, and so it's really neat. Like, and a lot of the stuff like doesn't even have any words in it. It's just visual storytelling. Listen, Sumo. Maybe I will. She likes cosplay. You know, or so I hear. I'm more about costume business. You know what I mean? But yeah, like, you know, so all these stuffs are super great. Like, look at that. Like, gives him the press. Wolf Hawkfield throws that dude straight out of the ring. He's going after him. He's going to do a little top rope. You know? And he just comes outside, boom, flying right at him. Nails him. And then he laughs so hard. He thought it was Akira Yuki in the audience, but it wasn't. Lao Chan, Leif Erikson. Yeah, I'm the son of Eric. And it's actually kind of impressive. He does kind of change his style to kind of match the character. Right? Like this kind of has definitely more of like a Chinese kind of color palette, Asian feel. And he's always fighting those damn tigers. But like I said, like there's very, like the interesting thing about these stories is there is very little dialogue in them. Right? And you can just take your phone, right, and translate this stuff, right? It takes 2 seconds. But yeah, the art and stuff is so good. Pai-chan. No, but here's the thing. I didn't repair my refrigerator today, but I did replace the valves and the whole piece for the valves for the washer and dryer. They were leaking. I had to replace those. You know, so things get done no matter who's asking for it. You know what I'm saying? Whether you do it yourself or you're getting asked, you know, if your refrigerator's running. You know what I mean? But yeah, like, you know, we got a lot of Pai-chan fighting around, getting it done. It's super good. Like I like that how she just like twists his finger and drops him to his knees. It's really cute. Shun-Di. See, and like see how he gets like almost like watercolory. Right? But this is all digital. Like all of his stuff is digital. And he just kind of like, you know, takes the old drunken kung fu master, takes him on a nice little story. This is little birds drinking out of his stuff. So good. Sarah shows up. No. But yeah, no, it's just great. Like and it's interesting, right? Because he just does like these really interesting and detailed panels. Like he doesn't have to, and then this one's like really simple. Just a big fan. This is Shun-Di from Virtua Fighter. Jeffrey McWild. Jeffrey McWild's a hilarious character. His whole concept is to get enough money to defeat this demon shark that sunk his fishing boat. And so he fights in the Virtua Fighter tournament just to defeat this demon shark. See, look at him pulling this boat through the snow. Got this huge falcon. And he's going. But yeah, like this, I don't know. I'm just such a big fan of the combination of Virtua Fighter, Terada, because I picked up his other stuff before too. And so, anytime I get a chance to kind of get some of this stuff, I'm always gonna do it. Little Kage Maru, don't even need to know. Yeah, Drunken Santa. Boats are expensive, right? Like if some demon shark sank your boat, you might also seek revenge on said demon shark. You know? Yeah, so like he's a ninja out here being a ninja, getting ninja stuff done. So good. So good. Yeah, right? And he's out there and he's like, ooh. I like that. I like how this blue and the sky, he used all the same tones just so that moon can look so sick. I'm a big fan. Big fan. But yeah, like all these This one was the weird one for me, the Lion Raphael. He goes like super sketchy with it. Like, you know what I mean? Like compared to all the other ones, this one like feels like the most like rushed, like the most raw. And it's just like, but still, he still gets like these like attractive women, right? Like just by the shading, you can tell, you know. Then he gets in this like, you know, some street thugs. He's got a whoop. It's a girl out the window, like, and it's English too. Very strong. Wow. And then she's like, gets the rose. He's like, oh, thanks. What's weird about that is he's speaking in Japanese, but he's actually French. You know what I mean? Damn, your 6-year-old refrigerator. And we got some Jackie Bryant. And he, you know, in the Virtual Fighter thing, you know, he does Jeet Kune Do, but he's also a race car driver. So, you know, they're telling all their little interesting stories. You know, and like, look at this stuff. Like, look at how exciting and like the fast-paced movement of all the crowd just flipping out, waving their flags and everything like that. And he's like, shit. I like that right there. He just like drops, he's just like, fuck. Yeah, look at it. And it just boom, just blows a gasket. And he's just trying to bring it home. Right? Look, and he just runs out there. The thing just flips and burns. He runs out there with the fire extinguisher. Like, the storytelling's so good, and it's mostly just visual. There's very little. Let him. He just walks out. Walks away from the crash. So good. Bet you Noah hasn't had the joy of minding your own business. Having a good day when you learn you got to spend a bunch of money on a refrigerator. Or a oh, yeah. Listen, as a guy who, the best decision and the worst decision of my life was buying this house. Because, you know, I enjoy the freedom of it. I enjoy having my own space. I enjoy all that kind of stuff, right? But then every time you turn around, it's like, oh, I got to replace these washer valves. So that's like $35. And then you got to go and buy like the tape to wrap the thread, you know. And then you got to go buy this thing. You gotta, you know, and you just walk out the door to fix a simple thing and you spend $100, right? And then like there's just always something. There's just always something. Now we're getting some Akira Yuki running in here, doing some fighting. Look at them. Man, they're always fighting some kind of motherfucking tiger. So good. He's just out, like, he's just on the train barefoot. Everybody's just standing around. He's like, yeah. But remember the time that I fought to the death and in the snow? Some tiger, some bear. Just 'cause. Now he's in the ring, kicking ass. I also like the color. I think the color choices are kind of interesting too, right? Like, it's like the whole thing is like you're in the same place, but he's like highlighting things with color and movement, right? Like even across the panels, him yelling. It's very interesting. Just right. How he's just like tearing apart, like. Rah, rah. It's cool shit. It's cool shit. I'm a fan. We're getting on the Sarah Bryant. Listen, is it a snow bear? Is it a wolf? Is it something drawn by a child? Who can tell? Yeah, and then he gets like, here's the thing, like, this is kind of what I like about Terada, is that like he goes from this painted style, but then he goes for this like really clean, like comic book style. Like, she's like incredibly well rendered. Look at her face holding the cat and everything. Like, yeah, it's just interesting, like, this guy's skill set. And this came out in the 90s. This was like Virtua Fighter 2, like on the Sega Saturn. This 10 stories from Terada, sorry. You know, and he's got her running around, jumping and fighting like a cat. Just like, huh? And then she's like diving and fighting through here, jumping after this cat that they tossed off, these bastards. Yeah, the cat's cute, right? Like, the cat has this cute little attitude. And then she, like, jumps down, catches onto the thing, and she caught the cat. She's just, like, holding the cat. Epilogue. Oh, and then we got Durrell all hooked up to the computers. Akira Yuki ready to fight. I like that face. That determination. Right? Like, and like, look at how clean this stuff is. Like, goddamn. So good. So good. Yeah, the sparse, like and that's the thing. Comics are a visual medium. Right? Like, sure, have a bit of dialogue, but show, don't tell. And then when you need to know what the old man's thinking, or, you know, what someone needs to relay, some slight piece of information that wouldn't be just visually accentuated by just showing it, right? Like, so if you can have them kind of confirm or double down on an emotion, cool. But you don't have to, right? You can show somebody who's afraid or angry or whatever, right? You don't have to have a ton of dialogue. But yeah, like, and look at him. He's just like fighting Durrell, big kicks. So good. Durrell's like all hooked up to all these computers, and all these guys hooked up to computer. It's so crazy. Virtua Fighter 2 Gallery. Well, that's cool. It says Famicom, but it's got like a naked girl on it. Famicom magazine. Famicom was like the Nintendo, Super Nintendo magazine over there in Japan. Look at that. That's cool as hell. Wolf on top of this building with these gargoyles. His arms just around them. It's badass. Look at that. So good. His, like, use of color is very interesting to me, right? Like, he's all in blue. And then it's, like, the green of the statue, and then, like, the red of his, like cloak. Like, and this is all the same artist. That's what blows my mind. Right? Like, look at how he did the flames. Like, the heat. Like, he, like, did this really, like, intense detail here, but then this stuff is all like fraying and like the heat waves. That's sick. So good. His circulation is very poor. Hey Phil, what's going on? Yeah, look at this stuff. Look at that. Sarah and Kagemaru fighting. Lau and Akira going at it. The 10 faces. Yeah, like he did a crap load of art for this. It's very good. The whole cast, little Kagemaru, Wolf, Lion, Akira, Jackie, Shun, got Jeffrey McWild back there. He stuck everybody in there. That's cool. Sarah, I like how he just has her leg, like a pant leg ripped for no reason, just to show a little skin. Yeah, so good. And this is interesting too. There's this like fold out poster, like Pi and Akira, and on the other side here it has Lion, Sarah, Jackie, Akira, Kagemaru, and then Lau and Jeffrey are fighting there. Wolf, like, yeah, like it's like these little character pieces, these character moments, like him drinking and the dog looking up. So good, so good. I am a big fan of it. But yeah. Man, I'm telling you, I could just gaze at this stuff all day. So good. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. Damn, you don't use shampoo because you're bald. And then this is what I was working on. It's what I'm trying to get done. I still gotta. I've obviously, as you can tell, I'm a little sick, you know, under the weather kind of thing. And so I was like, hey, I got to get stuff done. And so I was like doing all the fill-in blacks here for this, and then I got to finish a little bit of the hair and some of the detail there, but it's pretty much done, you know. It's just one of those things, just how it is. You know, I got this amazing arrested for DUI. Call the DUI team. So Shelby Robertson joint, fam. You know, it's just how it is. But yeah, give me a hot second. I'm gonna go blow my nose, and then I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna finish this, and you know, see how that goes. Give me a hot second. I'll entertain you with the sounds of silence. Well, not really. I'll entertain you with this.
Chest tonight, electric sparks under stadium lights. I've got a secret, I hold the key. It's a power you won't believe. Turn it up, turn it down, let it roll. I've got that nipple control. Nipple control, oh let it go. With just one touch, I'm running the show. Twist and turn, let the music flow. Nipple control, yeah. Now you know. Yeah. Now you know. Yeah. Soft whispers flow through the air. Nipples so hard it's beyond compare. Nipples pop like they got no shame, but the beat's to blame, yeah. The beat's to blame. It's a dance revolution on your chest.
Okay. Oh yeah, I was also informed and reminded that this Sunday sumo wrestling returns, and yeah, we're gonna do the sumo tournament again. You know, yeah, I need to. Let's all go to the mountains. You know what I'm saying? Let's all get in there, control those nips. We're pumping in here. We're going tiny with this mono one. You know, you may or may see too much of my hat. It's just how it is. It's gonna be how it be. You know, if and when that happens, I assure you, it is intentional. You know, but it's how it's got to be. You got to get your head down and close and get the detail that you want. You know, but you'll see how it comes out when I get the detail that I desire. But I do find, like, I don't know, a lot of this art is a lot of push and pull for me, just because I'm so fond of the lines I pull on digitally and the stuff and you can just clean things up and kind of go back in and be like, I like this better the second pass, you know. And this way you're stuck with it. Yeah, I'm back to pulling stuff. You know. But yeah, it's just how it's gotta be. It's gotta be. Yep. But yeah, well, see, here's the thing, right? I think that she has also plays a part in her own demise, right? Like there are some people who just can't stay out of the drama. You know? That's all I'm saying. I just, there are people whose names never come up in drama, right? That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying some people they seem to find it. They seem to appear next to, adjacent to, beside. You know? That's all I'm saying. And as as a guy who has done pretty well to stay out of the drama, it's kind of annoying to be somehow associated with someone who ends up being in a lot of drama. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. I personally would like to see people not always be showing up in those things when they don't need to be. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want or need to be associated with it. You know? That's just me. Yeah, you're gonna see me bounce around and swing around a bit because when you're trying to pull these lines, you also don't want to, like, lean on anything and smudge a little line like this. Because I have the curse of loving tiny, thin, little clean lines. And digital allows you to do that quite well and quite easy. But traditional, you either are pulling out French curves the entire time, or... Yeah, listen, I'm just out here, trying to promote gem-related content, accessories, And other motherfuckers are out here always trying to ice skate uphill, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, man, can you not ice skate uphill every goddamn day I turn around, And the answer seems to be no. But it is what it be do. Yeah. I am trying to spread the word of Gem. It's just how it is. I know what you're saying to yourself. Jay, you just went over that line. And I'm like, yep. And you're going to see what happens in a second. Ta-da. Eat good. Do-do-do. Hallmark is the love network. Damn. Damn. Okay. I guess I'll pull this down here. So I can tighten that curve. All right, before I explode and die here. I'm going to do this for Sumo, because he hates it. I'm going to hold this drink right over top of this art piece. It's one of those things that, you know, you have to torment people in any way you can, I guess. You know? It's what I gotta do. It's what I have to do. I can't, you know, I can't not stunt. Just how it is, you know? It's just how it goes. That's just what the hustle is for. The hustle and flow. But yeah, you kind of have to, like, when you go from, like, digital to traditional, you kind of sort of have to be a little more flexible. And sometimes just go with stuff, or just be like, oh, I guess I can wipe that out later. You know? Where, when things don't always... Because, like, that's the other thing that drives me crazy. Like, you'll be pulling a line. And it's one of the reasons why I do this. To, like, do it instead of doing this. Because, like, sometimes you'll be doing that, and then you'll hit a rut in the paper that just pulls your pen off just because of the threading of the paper. And so if you do this, you're less likely to get caught in that rut. And so it's one of those things where you're just like, oh man, I'm pulling this sweet line. Thunk. Oh, it's just infuriating. I'm just like, what the fuck? So yeah, you know how it goes. But like, it's also one of those things too. It's like, no matter what you do, even on paper, you kind of can't ruin it, right? Like, because if I do, like, okay, I'm gonna make Sumo mad. Like, if I just do this, right? Like, I just do that, then I just go like this. And then I'll hit it with another layer, and it'll be white, and no one will know it was there. Like when you scan it, you know? And so that's the thing, right? Yeah, now it's a 9:4. Right? But, like, that's the thing. Like, it'll dry, and I'll just put a white thing on it, and it'll be fine. No one will know or care. Right? Because there's one spot right there, too, that I hit with white. It's just how it is. It's just how it is. Right? And once it dries, once I hit it over here with this white to cover it, you'll just never see it. You know? You see? You see? But yeah, you'll just never know. Well, it's the thing, right? Like, I was very precious about the work when I was going, because like I'll grab some of the first things I did whenever I started doing traditional stuff again, and I was like super precious about my line work, and like, you know, was like being like super clean, super clean. And yeah, like I was just like very precious about every line I was pulling. And because I was trying to emulate, like, as closely as humanly possible what I was doing digitally, right? And that, but then I started getting in here with things like ink wash and stuff like that, and I was just kind of like, no, you can loosen up. Like, you can kind of, yes, that is Frankenhooker. Yes, that is a Frankenhooker piece that I did. She's marked. She's one of the girls. She's got the earrings and everything. Yeah. But yeah, you know, and that's the John. You know, she blew his head off. Want a date? But yeah, right? And so, oh no, I can't show any of that. And so, yeah, like, so with a lot of that stuff, I was being like super precious about it and being super clean and getting upset if I pulled a line poorly, like, you know, or it went in a way that I felt was poor. And now I'm just kind of loosening up with the whole process, right? And just kind of like laying the lines down, and then the traditional piece is the traditional piece, and if I scan it in, and then I can clean it up for color and all that kind of stuff, and I just worry about it less than I was when I initially got back into doing traditional. You know, because I had seen some stuff and I was like, oh, people are just slapping. I like, depending on what I'm doing, I like the Poscas. I also am a really big fan of these. Oh, not this one. It's kind of dead. Where's the other one? Where you be? These Sharpie creative markers, they actually are like really good if you're going to like white out an area. I like them. It just depends. Did I just dab? God damn it. I just dab white. See, but here's the thing. I just dab some white on there, on this rich black, and I just go like this. You know, we're good. No milk was spilt. I know a lot of people like the Presto stuff, but they say it stinks. The Presto pens. But it has a very fish-like smell, in my understanding. So yeah, just depending on what your tolerance for things, you know. But yeah, the Poscas have been really good. Like, I had a couple. I don't know what it is with me and art supplies, but I had a couple Poscas that weren't whitening up. Right? Like when I was using them, they weren't giving me the coverage. They weren't giving me that like instant like white pop that I was like looking for. And so I was like shaking them and using, I apparently got some bad ones. And then once I found a couple that I had that were working, I was like, oh, okay, we're good. We're good. They do what they're supposed to. I'm fine with them. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah. That's just how it is. Oh yeah, this didn't cover the way I wanted it to. But yeah, just depending on what you're doing. What? You love the monkeys, like Gravy Jones' Locker, like the Naismith, all those guys. Okay, that checks out. Do. I mean, now I'm gonna be like thinking about the theme. I'm gonna be thinking about the Monkeys theme song. Thanks, guys. You know, only Mickey is left. Mickey Dolenz. I gotcha. Yeah, I'm not anybody's stepping stone. You know what I'm saying? But Papa was a Rolling Stone. You know what I'm saying? Wherever he laid his hat was his home. You know? Just how it is. Just how it is. I still get nervous every time I decide to pull a line. Because I'm just like, ooh, is it gonna do it? Is it gonna do that thing I don't like? Is it gonna? You know? But yeah, there's some fun. I don't know, it was weird, like, did you guys, okay, so KSS and Snark, you guys are around my age. Did you guys watch the Planet of the Apes TV show? Like the weekly, you know, Go Planet of the Apes show? I have it on DVD. I have a box set of it. And it was like essentially like the Dukes of Hazzard. But Planet of the Apes. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I have it. I'm a huge. I have the. Hold on. I'll see if they're in a quick grab kind of thing. Okay. Here, we'll slide these out of the way for a quick sec. This is what we're talking about. I have these. Planet of the Apes, Escape from the Planet of the Apes, Beneath the Planet of the Apes. The art is actually like really good. Like these books were like actually surprising. Like I was like very, very surprised and impressed with these Planet of the Apes books. Like, so good. Right? Like, cause like there's actually like some good cartooning and stuff happening here. And like, you know, the ladies are pretty. Nova. You know? Look, somebody drew a horse. Well. Yeah, like really good. Like really good stuff. Big fan. Big fan. Yeah, big fan. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm a lover of the Planet of the Apes. It's good stuff. Strangers in a Strange Land. But yeah, you just reminded me of those when we were talking about Planet of the Apes stuff. But yeah, like official authorized adaptation of the science fiction film. It's the good shit. It's the good shit. A1. Let's not be like that. I mean, it's cool, but no, the size of the James Bond books, kind of hard to show here. You know what I'm saying? But if you're holding it in your hand and you're actually able to like pour through the paneling and the way it runs and everything, it's good. It's really good. Oh yeah. Doing this dumb hair. Right? Taken forever, you know? I used to watch reruns of Planet of the Apes when they played the movies. Oh yeah, Battlestar Galactica, Star Trek, the good stuff. The good stuff. There'll be some... Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, that's the thing, right? Like, a lot of that stuff used to be really good. Like, hell, like, even, like Alex Toth and stuff like that, like, did, like, these amazing, like, Hot Wheels comics, for fuck's sake. Like, that was the thing. Like they I don't know. It's just like when people worked on an IP, they tended to do a lot better with it. They kind of were being like, "Hey, my career is on the line," kind of thing. I'm gonna do good work, whether it's Hot Wheels or something else, right? Like, and so you had a lot of these people. I hear they're called professionals. And so whether they were working on, you know, Star Wars or Hot Wheels, they gave you like the best work they could do, right? And so you weren't getting stuff that was pooped out, you know, because it wasn't as highbrow, right? They were still giving you good work. And I do think that's kind of the problem with like a lot of people is that they won't, like, they think a lot of work is beneath them. But then it's like, how is the work beneath you if nobody knows who the fuck you are? Right? Like, and so, yeah, you would see people just kind of like, I seen a guy on, because I watched Finch's stream there last night while I was working on this, actually. And, you know, a guy, like, super chatted him. I was like, hey, Finch, like, you know, I got this gig. It's like a 16-page anthology. And he was like, you know, he's like, should I do my best work kind of thing if I'm only getting paid $75 a page? And, like, you know, and Dave was like, hey, you know, you can easily get into a spot where you might feel like someone's taking advantage of you, right? And he's like, what I'm going to tell you to do, a lot of people won't tell you to do. And he was like, do the best work you can on everything you work on, because you're building a body of work. And if you're not getting paid the good money right now, the work will get other people to come to you and pay you the big money, right? Like, he's like, so if you're not getting like $150 or $200 a page now, he's like, that 75 will lead you into the $200 gig, right? That'll lead you into the regular issue. That'll lead you into whatever, right? And so it's like, that's the thing. Like, it's a crazy thing to like think that like you have people asking you if they should do their best work, right? Like, and it's just like, yes, obviously you should try to do your best work every time. You shouldn't be half-assing or phoning something in, because someone's going to see that and go, well, here's where he does good work and here's where he phones it in. Who am I going to get when I hire them? Right? Like, so if you're keeping your work at the best work you can do at the time, everyone's always going to appreciate that and see it, right? And they're going to come back or hire you or whatever. And you might not get the work the first time, but down the road, people are going to go like, oh, you did that work? That was cool. I would really like you to work with me, right? Like, and so, you know, I've never seen the how should I say it, the reason or any kind of impetus to kind of poop something out. If you know what I mean, like, if you think the job is beneath you, then don't take the job, right? But at the same time, it's like, you're not going to get anywhere, you know, by not doing any work, right? Like, you just eventually have to do something. Well, but here's the thing, right? Like, there are all kinds of people out there who would gladly tell you to just phone it in, right? Like, you know, and like, say, like, you know, it's kind of the thing. It's like, in some aspects, I would argue the more, like, say you work at a McJob, right? And there's nothing wrong with, like, you know, working at a McJob, whatever. But just say you work at like a general corporate kind of McJob, right? The more you do in those jobs, the more is expected of you, right? For the same wage, right? And so if you just do the bare minimum you're supposed to, and it's because, you know, it's a McJob, chances are it's not going to lead anywhere, right? It's just a job to pay the bills, right? When you're working one of those jobs that just pays the bills, you going the extra mile typically isn't going to get you anywhere, right? Like, do you know what I mean? And so you could argue that, like, you know, putting your 110% in at, you know, as a fry cook or as a dishwasher or whatever, and then helping do other stuff that's not part of your job, at some point, you know, maybe you're getting taken advantage of, right? Like, that you don't need to do all that extra stuff. You're going to take home the same paycheck, whether you get everything done and then help everybody else with their work, or if you just get your stuff done, right? Like, there can be an argument made for kind of just doing what your job entails and that's it, right? But it depends on what you're doing, right? Like in a creative field, I feel like half-assing anything is detrimental, right? Because you're only as good as the last thing you've done, right? In those fields, right? So if you've put out a comic book and you half-assed it, and you half-assed it, people are going to see that in the work, right? But if you put out this amazing piece of work every time and it's better than the last time, people are going to notice that, right? Yeah, like that's the thing, like, so but I see people act like the creative fields are McJobs, right? Like you do. But then, like, if you go to Japan, you will see a doorman bust his ass at customer service, right? You will see a guy who works in a convenience store or a taxi driver be the best taxi driver that can be. There's a pride in what you do, right? And so some people take, no matter how menial the task is or the job, they do it to the best of their ability every time, all the time, right? And so, yeah, there is something to be said for that, right? But, like, it just depends on the value you place on your own personal satisfaction and pride with things, right? And so that's where I'd be like, I get you, I understand, but, and so, yeah, and that's the thing. There's no hard, fast everything, right? Like, I'm not like, oh, this is the only way to do it, and if you want to do it some other way, you're an idiot. No, I'm just saying, like, in general, you can look at those things and kind of be like, well, Snark is 285. Half your ass is still a lot of ass. Damn. The East Asian attitude is pretty awesome. Yeah. Oh, hey, what's going on, Jason? Thanks. Yeah, we're inking some Witchblade here, getting it going. And doing a lot more talking than inking. As per usual. Are you still streaming? Are you guys still going? Are you popping in? While still live. Mm-hmm. Damn. Well, did you guys stream last night? Interesting. I did get a notification. Damn. Everybody's dropping N-bombs. Yeah, yeah. See, well, see, that's the thing, right? Like, I'm 6'6". I'm not a short king. I identify as a human boy. You know? Just how it is. Because I'm a weirdo, I'm making a hair pull back in on itself. You know? Yeah, see? Ayoko. You should tell kids you're 6'7". Yeah, I should. I should. They'd appreciate it. Do 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 do. Well, that's pretty skinny for 6'6". See basketball? See basketball league? So you can still have your strength and your jump. You know what I mean? Damn, 6 and 7's chicken nuggets? It's what I find weird about that is like by the time like, you know, a corporation gets to the memes are already over. Right? Like by the time like that we're running around being like, yo, 6'7", the kids are like 6'7" sucks. You know? It's just how it is. You know. I don't want to be wandering around saying 6'7". You know. It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous, you know. Yeah, you're already like right. We're already post 9/11. We're already building 7 in the 6'7" meme economy. You know, that's just me. Some guy actually bid $67 on The Price is Right just to do the thing. Goddamn. Of course they did. Of course they did. Of course they did the 6'7". I hate it for them. You know? It is what it be do. What time is it? Man, we're coming up on 3 hours. Unreal. I'm probably going to end it soon. I don't like to stream for longer than 3 hours. It's a choice I've made. You know? That 2 hours is like perfect, but 3 hours is like pushing it, you know? And mostly because like my tolerance and attention tends to drop off at around the 2-hour mark. You know? Exactly. Exactly. And, it's just how it is. It's just how it is. And I got like things to do. I got like Fortnite to play and stuff. You know? Yeah, right. I got the skidibbity toilet riz that needs to happen. I need my skibbity toilet Fortnite emoji. You know? I did do, because I fixed those taps, like the on-off water valves for my washer. I did do laundry earlier. You know what I mean? You have to test it. You have to get in there. Hit it with the science. And so I did. And I'm just, you know, I'm a man of art. Now I'm a man who is also a plumber. I'm a man who also has to do carpentry, you know? And it's kind of just how it goes, right? Just you gotta be a Renaissance man. I probably do need to do that. I probably have not done that. You know? It's just how it is. You sure do. Listen, I know what's going on. Do 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 do. I'm trying to not go anywhere that I'll get smudged. So I'm trying to bounce around a little. And make sure everything dries. Yeah, she's looking fierce. I like it. I like her subtle rage. You know? See some light spots in the eyelashes. You know? Oh yeah, I can kind of see what you're saying. Yeah, a little Jamie Presley. I kind of went. What's funny is I kind of went a little different on the hair. Kind of went a little bit more like chunky, wavy 70s hair. When I was doing it, I was like, oh, let's kind of get in there and kind of give her that mop. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like to do. Jay wants to repair a skibbity toilet just so he can say ball cock. Yeah, that's true. It's true. Need to get in there. Get that ball cock going, son. Damn. Damn, these women being all bitchy. Nobody likes that. But like that's the funny thing that I've always said, you know, because like people would be like, "Oh man, like she's so hot, but she's a bitch," and I'm like, "Well, then she's a bitch. That's it." Like you can, you know, if no matter how attractive you might be, if you're just a giant bitch, pain in the ass, then that's it. That's it. Right? Like, I'm just like, if you're not a value add, I ain't got time. I ain't got time for it. You know? If you're gonna make my life more trouble than it already is, I'm good. See you later. Just ain't got no time. Exactly, exactly. Be adorable, you know? Be something that, you know, the man wants to love and protect and cherish. Not something that he's constantly annoyed by. I don't think it's asking a lot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Well, so, like, I mean, hey, you sometimes you gotta mistakes. You gotta make those mistakes to learn. You know, and then you just don't do it anymore. You're just like, God damn. Or you make that mistake like twice, and you're like, all right, you know, I didn't think it was a hard fast rule, but here we are. Hot blonde turned tree person. Damn. Why? Who? Who's turning to the people of the trees? Anyone? The people of the sky? You know? Olivia Wilde? She had bug. Oh, like the Ozempic face. The post Ozemp. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, like how people are so willing to just destroy themselves. Like you see so many people, and you got to be like I'd be so afraid of it, right? Like you just see people out there, just all Ozempic'd out, and you're just like, man, like there was like people were getting side effects of their like eyes rotting in their head and shit, right? Like it's so crazy. Yeah, listen. Noah doesn't need to speed run anything. I guess, you know what I mean? Like, um, he's, I'm sure he's gonna make all his own mistakes. Oh, yeah, that's brutal. Brutal. I'll pull those, I guess. But yeah, like, it's, I don't know, it's just one of those things, right? Like, it's the same thing with, like, when, these beautiful women get plastic surgery and just ruin their face, right? It's like, come on. What are you doing? Can we not do that? Ladies, can we stop? Starting to get a little smudge. I don't want to use that because it's already got dirt on it. Need a rough piece of paper. Let's grab this. Set those over here. Do I have... we got a blank one. Good. I got a 5x7 that I can get on here and not smudge the hell out of this stuff. Seems to be getting a little smudgy. Just because I'm resting my hand. How did I do the black on this? I did the black with these Bimoji brush pens, like this. Is how I did the black. You know, see, you can see it. You can see it on the page. This is all just black Bimoji brush pen. And I got a bunch of them. And I said to myself, I should use those Bimoji brush pens to fill in these inks. You know? Yeah, like I could, like, here's the thing. I could have just pulled out the brush and used the Dr. P.H. Martin's or the Speedball Super Black. I could have done that, but it was like, I don't feel like pulling out a brush and cleaning a brush and, going through that whole endeavor currently. So I was like, yeah, I'll just use these pens. They're here. They'll do the job. You know? They'll get it done. That kind of thing. Yeah, I just like, you know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things. Like, if I was gonna do like an ink wash and pull all the stuff out and set down and have everything out, fine. But if I'm just filling in blacks, and not overly necessary to, you know, get all the tools out, you know what I mean? So I'd rather just kind of come out and get it done. And it's the same effect anyway. You wouldn't even be able to tell the difference if I was like, oh, I did this all with a brush. You'd just be like, oh, it's black. Hooray for you. Like, that black is still black. You know? Nope, I don't. What kind of time we got here? Quarter after. Alright, I'm going to call it. I'm over 3 hours. I'm over 3 hours. This will be finished the next time you see it. But yeah. Guys, that's how I'm going to swing over here. Swing over here and beat the devil out of it. You know? We are out of here. You know what I mean? I'll just hold this up. I'll hold this danger girl up, and then I'll slide over here to be more centered. You know? But yeah, that's gonna do it tonight, you know what I mean? Like, we've looked at some Golden Legacy, Harriet Tubman, you know, we've looked at, like, Hitler's son. You know? What more could you want? Some James Bond, some sketch covers, the whole bit, you know? But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for me. I really appreciate everybody showing up tonight. Yeah, we'll see you next time, everybody. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
I don't know, you and me are like Coke and icy. Coke and icy. Together, two and two, it will become yummy. Oh, so yummy. You want me, make you happy. I need you right now, hurt me. Love is okay, but not in a homo way. No homo. I know this sometimes, see, we do talk like a baby. Talk like baby. Finally, I know this, you love me like you love mommy. Love your mother. Coca cannot live, I see. Love you like sugar daddy. Motherfucker. Love is okay, but not in a homo way. I don't know, you and me are like Coke and icy. Coke and icy. Together, two and two, it will become yummy. Oh, so yummy. You want me, make you happy. I need you right now, hurt me. Love is okay, but not in a homo way. No homo. I know this sometimes, see, we do talk like a baby. Talk like baby. Finally, I know this, you love me like you love mommy. Love your mother. Coca cannot live, I see. Love you like sugar daddy. Motherfucker. Love is okay, but not in a homo way.
Women.
I am not that bad. I hang out for Japanese. Maybe order some Chinese.